Almost. Almost. There we
And
are.
we're live, yep, pretty much.
Hey everyone, welcome to Flipping the Nerd, episode 16, where I am joined by, once again, Erik, the singing legend.
Singing, oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's right, that was,
I sang karaoke for the first time in my life at a wedding this weekend.
yeah, no comment.
You can go with the flow.
Okay,
There's a little
stop
taste.
it there, we have to buy the rights to that song.
Oh, right.
And we are also joined by a special guest. We're joined by John.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good. I've been really looking forward to talking to you because there's things I want to talk to you about that Erik told me you were into. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm dying to talk about this.
I'll
Sure,
be a
yeah.
commentator and a spectator and such more than anything in this episode.
So I want to talk about Disney Infinity. I am a huge Disney fan. I'm also a collector of Disney things. So that's
Hold on. See, I'm going to be a moderator too, because I know how you're so excited. I want John to introduce himself first.
yeah.
You're like, I'm just realizing that you're as excited about this as you are about talking about Minecraft.
Oh my God! Don't start me on
Oh,
Minecraft.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna be the moderator because I'm not as excited, so I can have a more objective point of view. So John, I know you for a while. I've known you for a while now. We met through Little Big Planet.
Yep.
Yeah, tell us something about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, since 2008, I think we met, right?
Pretty much,
2000,
yeah, during the beta.
2007.
Yeah,
It
we
was,
were introduced
2007.
by this dude. Do you remember what his name was? Dark
Oh my
something?
gosh. Oh, Dark. Yeah, what was that?
Anyway, but that's the
Yeah.
thing, right? He introduced
Yes.
us. We were playing some Little Big Planet beta together,
Exactly.
and I do not know what the hell
Oh,
happened to
I
him.
mean, I'm sorry to cut you off, but how stupid.
No, go.
I'm sorry. I was running a website.
Yeah, right.
And I had people helping, and I was introduced because you were over at the other LBP Central, right?
That's right.
And ever since then, we've been talking in touch. But yeah, it ended up being amazing time. We've been in touch ever since, and then crazy.
Yep, and we collaborated on Little Big Planet Galaxy together for a while.
Yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
Yep.
Until we
And it
both
ended up
stopped
helping me
caring.
What's that?
Until we both stopped caring.
I know. The unfortunate side of things.
Mm. Well, it was focused on one single game, right? That's bound to happen at some point.
Right.
Unless you're Minecraft.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I just played it a couple weeks ago, so it's still around for me, but it's not, I don't have any of the pressures from the way I was initially approaching it, which was, oh my gosh, it turned into like a competition.
Yeah.
Just to get your and then it became what? What are we doing? We're searching for people who, like, this will segue perfectly into Disney Infinity stuff because I'm going
Alright,
kind of
perfect.
through the same stuff where I'm realizing who the.
You can
You know,
swear on
we-
this podcast, by the way.
Okay.
You can say fuck all you want.
Well, I mean, I don't know how it is if you've experienced this. I'm sure you have. That when you made levels with Little Big Planet, the whole concept and idea was to wow someone, or to
Yeah.
impress someone, or to do whatever. I mean, maybe you just did it as a self-accomplishment thing, like, oh, I published a level, I feel better about myself. But you're usually doing it
You
to.
want it to be noticed, and you want people to play it, and
Right.
you don't have done it all just for you to have seen it.
And so, but yeah, it becomes something different then, and then it's just kind of like I'm just playing it for the fun of me. And honestly, what's been perfect is I've been living here with my great nephew, so showing him and building things just for him is amazing.
Yeah.
So I've been totally back into it, and unfortunately, I spent a small new fortune on it lately. Jesus.
Right. And actually, just to say, I think Steve, you were playing Minecraft with a kid in your family too, right?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to teach my niece and nephew to play video games as well.
Yeah.
And Minecraft is one of those games that you kind of just give them the controller, and I taught them little things, how to build things, like basic things, and how to break blocks and stuff. And it's really easy to learn. It's one of those that's like really easy to learn, but it could get really complex if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So if you really get
And
into it,
the kids get automatically excited about this. It's kind of like Lego, but on your screen for like going back to how it was for me when I was a
right.
kid. So do you get the same response in Disney Infinity, John?
Um, yes. I mean, if I'm gonna try and think of how Caden, my nephew, feels about it,
Yeah.
he it's too boring and he's not even about any of the toy box stuff. He just likes to play through the adventures.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And when I try to show him some of that stuff, he just has no interest and literally like changes the subject. Like, oh, so I have this thing over here. And he's like at that age of like he's 5 years old, but
Right.
um, and it's interesting. Tonight he was down here because he's been grounded, so he hasn't been able to play. But he was down here talking some logical stuff about it and going, I kind of like that they separated it into stories into the different packs. And I like that they kept the characters only from that movie that you can play in that pack.
Uh-huh.
So it was interesting because it wasn't fed, and I wasn't, he just babbled it out of nowhere. I was working tonight, and I
Yeah.
asked him to sit quietly, and he just brought this up, like talking about the fact that he likes that, and that's usually what everyone's complaining about.
Yeah, I remember as soon as I heard about that, I was like, it didn't really. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Disney in general, so to me, that this is all kind of like I don't get enraged or
Right,
super happy about any of this. But
right.
I saw that certain packs were segregated together, and that you couldn't mix everything together, and I thought, well, that's kind of weird. But yeah, that's really interesting to hear that from a kid's perspective. He's like, cool. That's like all those things that are supposed to be together are together. So I
Exactly,
think you're
right.
starting to see what their demographic is.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I'm showing him the stuff. The point of the toy box is that you can mix and match and do anything. So that's when he's like, "Oh." So I end up just building, a blank slate, and we just run around and be stupid and play literally with the toys.
Cool.
Like all the power ups and stuff and
Yeah,
everything.
right.
But
Right. Steve, I cut you off earlier because I wanted to introduce John, but what were you going to ask about? I know you're much more curious about this than I am.
First, do you only have the starter kit, or did you buy a couple other characters as well?
oh, jeez. Well, I have everything except I don't have all the characters. I got all the starter sets,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is Cars and Lone Rangers.
Right.
Those are going for 36 bucks a
Right.
pop, and I
Oh my
found them
God.
both. I found them both for $20, so I got both of
Oh,
them.
nice.
Nice.
Because for some reason there's sales everywhere for this right now, everywhere.
Right.
I don't know why or how they're doing it, but yeah, like buy one character get one 50% off.
Yeah.
Buy one pack of the power tokens and get one for $1,
Huh.
kind of stuff.
I
Like,
wonder if
Yeah.
that's like because next gen is coming, they're trying to get out ahead of it, or.
yeah, it's interesting to think of. There's definitely a marketing scheme behind it.
Hmm.
And it's
So,
also
yeah,
slippery
go ahead,
slope,
Steve.
right? Because right now it's just basic characters. You have a certain set of them, but eventually they're going to start not only bringing more characters, but bringing exclusive versions of characters and things you can only get at certain shows, and then that's where it starts to get pretty crazy. I know for a fact I'm planning on getting this game, soon enough.
Yeah,
um, and I know that because I'm actually going to Disney World in a month, and I know they have an exclusive set.
you have to get
Only you can buy at Disney, right? So
I think it's like the special fast pass or something from there.
yeah, it's I didn't really read too much into it because I was hoping not to get it by then, but I actually saw the figures for the first time in person today, and I was sold. I was
Oh, I know exactly. Yeah, they did a really good job with the characters. They look amazing.
yeah,
I mean, I grew up with Disney literally. Like, I know the original shorts by heart, like
mm,
from the beginning. I
yeah,
really started paying attention to them when I don't even know how old I must have been, but it was back. Literally, I can remember it was Little Mermaid, and I
right,
thought, oh my gosh, that's what made me want to become an animator, and da da da. That started the whole thing. But um, so there's like seriously deep-rooted magical moments that I have for Disney. I have that always that feeling, even though it's like if you look at the reality of it, they're considered communist sometimes, and
Yeah, seriously, if you really look into the messaging in the movies, it's
right.
pretty horrible.
Oh well, hello.
Yeah, but I have a couple questions about the game. I hope you don't mind answering a couple of them, just so I can get an idea and other people can get an idea of what exactly this game is. Because it's not as simple as just putting a disc in and playing.
Right.
Have you played with the toy box and the create mode much?
Um, I have, and uh, what just happened here?
Hello. We have an intruder.
Okay, we have an emergency. Yeah, we have an emergency. My water just spilled all over the floor. He just, my water's all over the floor.
Yeah.
Caden,
That's
can you get a
hilarious.
towel, please?
Eric,
Go
in the-
over there. There's probably the one right there on the chair. Can you grab it for me?
that's happened when we record live, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Anyway,
And talk about Disney stuff with kids
Come on,
happening.
hurry,
I
just
feel
go.
I feel like this is appropriate.
that's fine. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, what was I saying? Yeah, I've played through a little bit of all of them. Sorry,
Except
did that mess up
one.
my recording?
Except one.
No, it's fine.
Am I recording my video?
Except one.
Except the Lone Rangers one.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I know.
I've been just playing around a lot with the toy box, trying to unlock more stuff, and it's just crazy. Because the draw, like I said, for me is a lot of the Disney stuff. I just love it, and it's when the first opening levels of it. I'm not going to ruin it, but it's pretty awesome. It's classic Disney, like magical in a way. They've really pulled it off with that. But then
I remember you telling me about this, about the intro. How spoiler-free do you want to remain about the intro here, Steve?
No, I don't care. I mean, it's,
Okay.
it's not,
So, to anybody watching,
I love you.
if you don't want any spoilers about how Disney Infinity starts, skip ahead about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. I'll put a link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube to where you can skip to. But I remember you telling me about this, John, and I thought it was pretty cool. So why don't you tell us how it starts?
Yeah, I mean, basically, it just starts off. You're controlling Spark, and you're just on a small piece of land, and there's a couple trees, and it just starts off with the host saying, how does everything start? Starts with the spark, da 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 da, and then you realize it's just sitting there, and you control it. So you start moving the spark around, and it starts like painting the world in and opening up new things, and then suddenly, before you know it, after 30 seconds of going through, it seems like a minute maybe, of this intro, you've flown through like so many of the Disney franchise's worlds,
okay.
and the spark transforms into the character appropriate for that world. So
Okay,
it
right.
ends up being like you're controlling a spark that looks like Sully.
Okay.
Basically, imagine a bunch of sparks making up his body. That's how it would, to get detailed about it. But anyway, and then it fades you back to a normal one spark, and you're just controlling it around and opening up different parts of the world, and then you go down a river and past a train, and then it zooms up and out, and realize that you basically just controlled the opening spark from their cinemas, from the their opening.
Like the one that
movie
goes over the
intros.
castle, right?
Right.
Right.
And it pulls back in this, that's when they introduce the game, and it's like,
Right.
like it was pretty neat. I was like a little kid again, but
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, just like from what I do know enough about Disney to recognize that, that spark thing. I thought that's pretty cool that you're the spark at the beginning of the
Right.
game,
I know it was very genius. I'm like, oh gosh, that's so cool. They still have their ways of doing their things.
Their
But,
communist ways.
I know. Oh my God, they're the Illuminati. They're coming. But yeah, so I've played through a lot of the Monsters Inc. one first. It comes with it,
Right.
and right away, I mean, okay, here's the first. I should be so frustrated and hateful right now about everything that I've experienced so far with this game, but I always, there's nothing that will make me hate Mickey Mouse. um, because it's just sad and terrible from beginning to end about I mean, really what you're doing. So here's how it works in the game. Eric, you've played Little Big Planet 2 as well, Steve,
Yes.
right?
I played
Steve
the first
played
one.
the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what it is.
Right.
Remember how the way that you unlock all the um, tools to build your levels, they basically give those away to you in the first beginning tutorials,
Right.
Yeah.
and that the key from there was to earn new material and new decorations to make your worlds.
Right, but you had your actual tools right from the beginning.
Well, the tools are part of the stupid toys that you have to randomly go through a jukebox to
Oh
get.
shit.
So, I mean, I have like all these ideas, and I can't do this one thing because I still don't have the enemy generator.
Oh
Right.
man. Okay, so for example, like
So
in
they're
Little
taking
Big
actual
Planet,
tools and locking them away into gifts.
right. So like in Little Big Planet, for example, if it were to work like that, let's say the pistons would be something that you
Yeah,
have to find or
yeah,
pick up randomly.
pretty much.
Wow, okay.
Pretty much. I mean, and they're disguising it in such a good way, but I finally just figured it out. I'm like, now I know what's been so fucked up. These are all. I mean, I realized it. I'm like, oh, the tools are actually in here. You know, like there's a tool that's called
Right.
the replayer. It's a tool, and it basically lets you record any building that you do. So you could. There's a YouTube video how to do it. It's pretty convoluted if you ask me, but you have to basically put a sensor down for play, stop, and record, and you jump
Uh-huh.
on the record one, and then you go into Spark mode, which is the build mode, and you start building. And then when you're done, you drop back down and you go over the other one, which is stopping. And then you can have that triggered once the player comes, and as the player comes, it will build the world out in front of you.
Huh.
So if
That's
you've
pretty
gone,
cool.
yeah, like if you've made a trigger happen or whatever, but I can't do that because I haven't earned the recorder yet or the player yet or whatever. Yeah, and they release these tutorials on the official Disney Channel, Disney Infinity YouTube channel, by some crackhead. You should go and listen to these videos. Everybody now go don't go now, but
Yeah, go after it.
yeah, make a
Or
note of
pause,
this.
go look, come back.
Like go find this dude and listen to the narrator. He's like, yeah, so we're here with the editor. So check it out. I'm gonna change out my sky. So we're all good now, and we're gonna link it. And he's like some young, and it's just hilarious. But anyway,
That's pretty funny. It
that
reminds me
whole
of how they
knowledge.
did it with the Trials tutorials, but those were actually cool.
Oh, well, those were good. Yes,
Yeah.
this is retarded.
Some
It's like,
creepy guy like in his wife beater, just like. Oh,
seriously.
that's hilarious. We had one viewer. I looked up while we were talking about "Don't Go" and then come back. I was like, "Oh, look at that! We have a viewer." And I just watched it go to 0. I guess he left to go watch.
Great, wonderful.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, and then I just learned yesterday,
Mhm.
which by the way, what just occurred here was my nephew came downstairs while I was talking, and I knew I couldn't make it, but he's been sick, so he shouldn't even be down here. But he saw this, which is I went and got today
Mhm.
because I had to get, I have to build I have to build the perfect world and get the right sky. I want the right sky.
Right.
So to get the right sky, I need all 3 of these characters to unlock a chest and give me that sky.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the fucking thing that I know I'm gonna get stuck in.
And there's his monkey. You can't tell me you don't want the monkey.
Oh man, damn it.
It's it's Barbosa. It's Barbosa.
That's
How do you
awesome.
feel about that, Steve?
You know what? I really want this game, and I wanted to find a way to get it without paying for it.
Yeah.
So I figured out that I'm gonna say this a little lower. If I get my wife excited about it, she'll buy it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Easy sell, I think.
Yeah. So that's what my plan is. So I'm gonna work on that tomorrow.
You scheming, conniving
Yeah,
bastard.
I basically like sold my games and stuff. I sold a bunch of stuff. I mean, I figured out today that I got everything I got, which is the starter kit. That's the other thing. In the story levels, they give you a character for each one of those, right? With the
Right.
starter kit. Um, the you can only play if you want to play co-op. You need another. You cannot switch characters up in different levels. So if they comes with Sully, you can't play two players at the same time through Sully.
Right. So you need Mike.
That's right. I heard about that. If you want to play co-op, you have to have two characters from the same set, which they don't give you with the game.
Yeah, if you
Exactly.
want to do it's local co-op, yeah. So if you guys had it, we could connect and play, which would be very cool because you can do up to 4 people and build at the same time. But
Oh,
anyway,
is there? I didn't even know. Is there online co-op?
there's
Yeah,
online co-op building, I think, as far as I'm aware.
yeah,
Yeah,
there is up to 4 people for the building and co-op 2 for the missions.
Oh,
right.
cool.
Yeah.
Wait, so online co-op, two players,
Right. For the missions,
but those two players, even online, have to have different characters.
I believe so, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Have to have
Okay.
different. No, it's up to 4 people.
Is it?
It is up. It's up to
Even-
4 people in this open real toy box. Yeah.
Yeah,
But what
for
about
the
in the story mode?
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
I think it's only 2 for the story mode and 4 for the toy box.
That would make sense. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yes, because here's the deal. So I just found out that these special crates that you can only open with all the characters, which I never thought I'd be like even near doing it. Well, I realized I only need one more to get 2 amazing skybox and theme sets, which it opens up. You remember I think I told you, Eric, how you would unlock backgrounds for Little Big Planet, the theme of the backdrop.
Yes. Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, the theme of your level that you're building.
Yeah, like you have to pick it up in a bubble or something, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So in this one, the only way the way they do it is you need all the characters from the set.
Oh my God.
So now I'm scrambling for the sales and stuff again because plus I've wanted Barbosa, but anyway, let me just tell you, I did get some
Crack
deals.
cocaine.
Yeah.
Like I think I figured out that I spent just under like $200 in the end,
Oh my God.
and that's after all the sales I found and stuff.
You
Like,
could have bought a PlayStation Vita again for that price now.
well, see, you know what? But you know what I didn't figure out in there is a lot of that was trade, so that's how I justify it in my own head.
Yeah.
It wasn't cash all of it cash. I traded
Well, sure.
The Last of Us.
Oh no, it's gone.
I traded it.
Did you beat it though?
You've heard it here live.
Did you? Wait, hold on. Did you beat it before you traded it in? Oh, God damn it! And I held back from telling you a part that's later on because I wanted you to experience it for
I know. I'm
yourself.
so sorry.
But now it's never gonna happen.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I have been like.
It's really like crack cocaine.
It
You're
is.
selling your shit away just so you
Yeah.
can play it.
Eric,
I mean, yeah.
Eric, I was right. You know, we should have called the episode Disney Infinity Good Game or Money Grab.
Yeah, right. Well, that's essentially what it means, right?
Oh yeah. What's the
I
remember
think we
the
should have now
tagline?
called it with having like 2020 foresight now. I think we should have called it Disney Infinity Crack Cocaine.
Right?
Like seriously, it's dangerous and bad.
I've heard numerous
They
people
did
calling
this.
it that, and now I'm calling it that too.
Yes, I'm saying yes. Because
Yeah,
there's everyone has some memory of a Disney film that they've liked or whatever.
And that's the thing about this game versus Skylanders. Skylanders, the characters are cool, but people don't have an attachment to them, a pre-existing attachment to them.
Right.
For Disney,
Right.
forget it. If they start putting up Marvel and Star Wars toys on top of that,
Oh shit!
it's over.
That's the first thing I said. Yeah, just wait for that day. That's when it gets crazy.
I think it might be like the sequel that'll do that, but
Well, yeah, a little Easter egg in this one is, you know, it's kind of weird. I don't fully understand, I guess, that they are what they are. They're just NPCs, but they're only like 1/4 the height of you.
okay.
So they're like little baby things that
Right.
just like hop around and stuff. And then that's literally all they do. You never interact with them. They're never part of any story. They're just like little things, and you can earn them and place them in your toy box. But you can only place like 40 because then the thermometer levels out. But anyway, there's one I found walking around in one of the Coliseum area. It's your character. What's it called? The King's Throne. Oh, Schneike. I don't even know. Schneike.
Yeah.
You basically, I saw there's all these different characters. I saw Aladdin was walked. You know, they're all dressed
Oh,
different.
that kind of Hall of Fame thing you were telling me about?
Yes, exactly. Well,
Right.
I can't
Okay.
remember the name of it now. Having a blank. Um,
But it's a place where you can see.
it's like a hub where you see all the characters that you've collected and all the power discs that you've collected.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And it changes over time. I'm realizing they've really thought of a lot of things. This game is very, very packed with stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
as it progresses, it's true though. I'm still seeing stuff that's opening and like surprising me. Like, oh my gosh.
Right.
But I realize that once you get more characters, the thing like transforms into a better, plants might grow out of it now, and trees will bloom around it, or the building gets a double height to it, or um, but anyway, in there's a bunch of random characters just walking around, and I saw like the wizard from Sword in the Stone, Merlin, was walking around dressed up,
Right.
and anyway, one of them was Hulk, and his name was Hulk, and he
Oh
was
man.
and he was green, and he had a weird looking face, but his name was Hulk, and he was green.
Cool.
Excuse me. So I thought, that was like a little. People are kind of freaking out about that.
Right.
Um, but that would be amazing. Yeah, the whole Star Wars Marvels thing. Oh my gosh, dangerous.
What character that they did announce are you most looking forward to, or didn't announce yet? Like, what would be your ideal 2, 3 characters that you want in this game?
Oh my gosh, I would love. Lion King pack would be
Oh
amazing.
shit.
Yeah,
I would
that,
find that cool.
that could have some nice backgrounds and stuff too.
Oh
Some
my god. And that would
Oh
sell
man, yeah.
like freaking. I don't know why they aren't. I know, like, I think that they're holding off on this stuff. That's my hopes that they're holding off on this stuff because I'm seeing now that they're really trying to market to the current Disney, which I'm not much of a crazy guy about.
Yeah, but I think the reason they're not announcing as much as they should is because they want you to buy these characters and not wait for future characters.
That makes
That makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
total sense. Yeah.
And just listening to you talk about the Lion King thing, that got me, not a big Disney fan, excited about this. I was like, oh man, that would be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
they're probably gonna show this stuff off eventually and get more and more people interested.
I
Yeah.
just haven't stopped. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I mean, like, they could do a whole water themed thing and then just release all the characters from that have been because dealing with the sea. So you'd have
Right.
Nemo, you would have
Little Mermaid.
the Little
Oh, yeah.
Mermaid. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
That was going to be my.
Hello.
That was right. Little Mermaid, Nemo. There's two others that they really could concentrate on just with that theme. Like, it would just be awesome. So
Well, they
yeah,
have
I don't know.
pirates
Like,
too. I mean, yeah.
As far as cartoon characters that I've had a crush on, I think Ariel is one of the biggest ones.
Are you kidding me, Ariel? No way, man. It's all about Princess Jasmine.
Fuck that.
Oh.
You.
what about Pocahontas?
Poke hot ass. Hot ass.
That was one of my.
I do like Pocahontas, but for some reason Ariel, I think it's the redhead. I've always been up for a fan of redheads. She's a
all
magical
hot in the
mermaid.
bottom, dude.
She's so what? She's cool. I like mermaids, man. We've had this discussion.
Oh, I know you like mermaids.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that would be cool. I mean, if you just think of any of the classics, like Pinocchio would be awesome. How cool would that
Oh,
be to have a
shit.
little Pinocchio doll or the Geppetto and the cat?
Right.
I don't know
What's his name? The cricket or is it Jiminy
Jiminy
Cricket or
Cricket.
something?
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Um, and then
Damn it! You're
Oh.
fucking getting me addicted to the crack cocaine.
I know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's anyway. I feel like I can't even think of any more.
Yeah, well, one
Everything,
of them I'm
like-
really looking forward to. Well, 2 of them I'm looking forward to, and they were announced. One of them is Wreck-It Ralph. There's a background where it looks like you're inside the arcade machine. You see like the screen,
Yes.
the rest of the arcade.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. And Nightmare Before Christmas, which I'm super psyched about. That
Yeah.
I think is really stylistic, and they have a lot of cool things they could put into the toy box.
Yeah. So I didn't even think about the other part of that question. Yeah. So I'm loving that the Woody is
Yeah.
coming. So I hope.
Yeah, a literal toy box. I mean,
Oh, it is a whole toy box. It's in space. Toy Story in space or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh, so yes, and the horse and stuff, but I think the horse is in the game already. I think it's an unlockable toy.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. There's so many other crazy
I want to
characters that would be
see.
amazing.
I want to see the monkey from Lion King and the hyenas.
Exactly, exactly.
Pumbaa
The
and Timon.
hyenas and the warthog, like you said, and the
Yeah.
meerkat.
Oh man.
Timon and Pumbaa, yeah, right. I just got that.
Yeah, yeah. Timon and Pumbaa. What was their
Um,
song again?
but I always
No,
loved.
Oh yeah.
I've always
Kuna.
loved the monster movies and Cars a lot, and plus, it's kind of crazy because I really, really like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies,
yeah.
and so it's just that much cooler. I don't know. It makes it a collectible thing, obviously.
Yeah, well,
Um,
by having it Disney, the possibilities are really endless. I mean, they have so many
right.
properties under their Disney banner that I mean, fuck, you can have Lost characters for, they own
Oh really?
ABC, so why not, right?
Oh
Wow.
my God, yeah.
I mean,
Right.
so many things they can do. It's just endless, and
Wait,
that's what
hold
makes
on.
it.
So Disney owns ABC?
Yeah, well, yeah, they own, yeah,
So they
essentially.
Yeah.
could, yeah, so they could do like all these ABC shows. Wow. I don't see that actually happening, but
No, but
that
it's
it could be
just
cameos.
it goes far. Like their reach is all over the place.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's I'm telling you, that's what this game is. Initially, I mean, it kind of wears off, but initially, you're just struck with putting together in your head all the homages you're witnessing in front of you. Like, there's just Easter eggs hiding everywhere, and I feel bad for some of the kids because they don't know what the hell they're seeing. For me, as an older gamer, I see that that's the texture from one of the Aladdin movies, or
right.
oh, that building I just
Yeah.
earned. I know the name of that. It's totally one of the buildings from Aladdin, or whatever.
Right,
Um,
and I think, see, for both of you, that's going to be something like for Steve when he gets it, that's going to be
I
something
just
really exciting because he gets those references too.
like for
Yeah.
me, seriously, I don't know. It really depends on the movie. It makes such a difference when you connected with these movies. I loved Cars. I loved it. I'm sorry. It was like adorable. And
Apologize.
I know, right?
I haven't even seen it.
But so the game, like, it'll never get old driving around in the playset and hearing Flo and hearing all the different characters that you remember from it.
So here's my question. How are the story levels? How like the one that I saw in a review on Polygon with Brian Crescente, I think he was showing off how he was setting up traps in the monsters story mode where he could like set up a trap while his son's not paying attention and his son would walk around and then get flung in the air by the trap and they'd
Yeah,
laugh and stuff. I thought
right.
that was pretty cool. So what's your experience with the story level and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty cool. They're all different in their own way. The Pirates of the Caribbean one is quite an amazing feat. I don't know why I mean, I just say that only because of the shipping. What am I can't use my
Like
words.
ship battles and stuff?
Yeah, the naval stuff. You
Right.
get your own ship and then you traverse the sea and uh, go to different places, and en route to those you'll find other things, and it breaks out into a mini battle, and the controls are great. It feels great. It's completely on an open simulated ocean system because you're literally going up and down the with every wave that comes, your
Oh.
ship goes down and up, and as you crest it, it splashes. And someone said it's literally like Assassin's
Creed
Creed.
3.
Right, I was gonna say giving Assassin's Creed 3 a run for its money.
Well, it looks
Yeah,
exactly like it. I know. Have you seen it, Eric?
I saw a snippet.
It looks exactly. Watch a clip, actually a gaming clip. It looks exactly like it did in Assassin's Creed 3. With obviously the graphics aren't as good, but
yeah.
the gameplay is the same, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean all the way to the oh shit, I was gonna say gravity system, the come on, physics, the
But
Oh,
physics
right.
of the lanterns on the ships swaying in the wind, and then and then it will transition into a complete storm, and it's the most epic thing in the world. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like
So it is Assassin's Creed 3, but
Yeah.
with Disney.
yeah. I mean, it starts lightning and the waves pick up and it gets
Oh, cool.
windier, and then a battle comes into play because another ship is on the horizon, and the customization is pretty deep. Like, you can go down and switch out one of your 8 cannons, I think, on your ship to one of like 6 different types of cannons.
Huh.
Wow.
So one can be fire, one can be triple shot, one can be long range, like a sniper rifle type gun, one can be a voodoo cursed bullet thing.
Uh,
Another one, oh, that's right, that one conjures the storm. It's from that one character who talks like this. So, we get yourself, mister. And then there's one that like kills the Kraken. I mean, it's pretty awesome shit. And I
Yeah.
can't wait to go back in and play and find and do more with that, because that's why I have Barbarossa. I'm going in to unlock the special gate, which gives me the skybox of Pirates playset,
Nice.
Okay.
or
So
toy box.
So what do you have to do to unlock that?
I had to go get Barbarossa, which is have the third character to unlock the
But then
vault.
do you have to do something with the characters, or is it just you have them and it unlocks it?
Yeah, you literally just place them on the portal, whatever
Yeah.
it's called, the
Yeah.
power pack thing. You just go to a certain spot in the story level,
Oh, okay, right.
and there's a literal chest there, like with the 3 different characters' pictures on them. And when
Okay.
you walk over with one, the one thing goes and says, you need to get the rest of these. So then
Right.
you come and unlock the other one, and then you unlock the third one, and it opens up, and I watched YouTube and spoiled it for myself. So it completely explodes into a new type of prize, and I'm like, oh my god, who knew? And of course they did this to me, and now I need to go to Walmart.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Well, if Nintendo and whoever else that has issues with YouTube streaming gaming should be paying attention to this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Essentially, it was spoiled, and yet that's exactly what got you to be excited and wanting to go get the character, right? So
Exactly.
seeing it on YouTube is what made you spend the money.
It's true. Well, yeah, it's true. I mean, if I would have found out in other kind of media, I would have
Yeah,
still
possibly, but
finally
what
made, because it made like the connection being made of, oh my god, I need to get characters to do
yeah,
this.
yeah, exactly.
But
Wow.
anyway, it is pretty messed up how they do all their stuff with it in it. I mean, let me just tell you some fucked up shit. Okay, if we can
Yeah.
just be blunt here.
Please.
Literally in the editor, I'm putting blocks together and I'm starting to build my world out. I'm like, all right, this is really fun. Totally Minecraft. Possibilities are endless. Even just giving me these cubes, let alone all the other toys they give you to play with. All of a sudden, I see there's this silver box in my world. Oh, I don't remember putting that there. So, my wallet is kicking my ass.
Getting paranoid and shit.
So I go over to it, and it's advertisement for a different character.
Oh my god, in like create mode. Wow.
Like, did you just hijack my world with your shit? No, you did not. But I'm like, oh, it's okay, it's Disney.
So they get forgiven.
I just keep experiencing more and more stuff like that. It's just crazy how they've done it. But I've enjoyed it. I'm loving it just because I'm such a Disney fan. Oh my god, I'm getting text and text and text. Can you see me?
That's not interrupting us, at least. Yeah, tell us some more stories like that. I know you had a few that you told us that you told me about a little bit. That you were like, oh man, this is crazy.
I'm just trying to think, like, the way that they spread it out is crazy. Like, there's the different kinds. It's so adorable because they put the prizes in those old like quarter machines that came in the little bubbles. Like, you might get a ring,
Right. Yeah.
or those. That's what the prize it's like Little Big Planet's bubbles are. That's what they use in this
More
one.
crack cocaine. Okay.
Well, so they not only have these prizes in those things, but they're categorized, split up into like 3 or 4. Oh my God, 3 or 4 different categories,
Okay.
and they are in terms of there's ones that are green that only change the texture of the ground, or and the plants in the world. Like if you have all these different plants put down, and then you switch up the theme, it'll change those plants to whatever the theme is.
Oh,
But
okay.
so there's green ones defined, there's red ones defined, and the red ones have like all the different random textures and toys sometimes.
Right.
But most of the main toys, they all need to be earned by spending stars, which is basically XP kind of. No, it's not XP. They're just stars that you earn.
Yeah.
Um, and then with those stars, you go to the machine, and then you press da 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 da. But I've learned some like tips on how to get the ones you want. But anyway, so yeah, it's a chance game. Like you just use those stars after playing through the levels and earning them. You know.
Yeah, so essentially, it reminds me a lot of, you'd buy a pack of cards for, a game that you were playing when you were a kid, say Star Trek cards or something, and you got random cards. And then if you wanted more cards, you'd have to buy another pack, and you got more random cards. And
Right.
there was literally no way back then to tell what you were getting. And I know that they're doing the same thing with the, what are they called, the pads that you have the power-ups or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What's that called?
Yeah, the power discs
The power
and
discs. Did you know? Fun fact. You can actually know which power disc you have by placing it on whatever it is that you place it on without unwrapping the pack.
that's right. I
So you
forgot
can,
about
yeah.
that.
So you can buy a bunch of packs if you're buying from somewhere where you can return. Buy a bunch of packs, check them out, keep what you want, and return the other ones. So at least you're not getting
Oh
two jobs.
no! Even better than that is just use the in-store display. What are you talking
Yeah.
Oh,
about?
there you go.
Yeah, you just go to a Walmart or a Best Buy and save yourself all that shit. I didn't even try. Oh man, that was what I knew. I was thinking about something, and what I did was took the character and put it on, and it worked.
Right.
And I just walked away because I felt like a crack whore already for even being there. You're somebody's uncle, you whore. Looking at Disney. Get out of my way, kids. Disney. But yeah, no, I did not. I forgot about that. Yeah, so, the first archaic way was to feel, because I'm like, you can feel the package to see if it's a circle or a hexagon, because the circles are actually power discs. The hexagon ones add either a mount, which is what they call cars, horses, buggies, their mounts,
Mount.
or it is a texture pack, or a sky dome, which there's not very many, but yeah.
Right. So yeah, so you can totally save yourself A, the trouble, and B, the wasted money on getting like
That's such a
doubles and
good
stuff.
idea. I'm
You
going to
just
do
stick
it.
it on the pad.
I'm going to do it tomorrow. I swear to
Oh my
God.
God, I just made you go back and spend more
Right.
money.
Look at, because I have this because I'm such a crackhead.
Yeah, show us.
It was only $9, and it's a book,
Oh my God.
and it opens up. Can you see it? I can't tell.
Yeah, we can see.
So it opens up to a book with all the things in it.
Jesus.
Hold on. See? And then you
Wow.
put all your things in it.
So the book was empty when you bought it?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm looking at a drug dealer's portfolio.
Nice. Let me continue then.
So I got this. I got Princess Jasmine. I got this. What you want? What you want? $20.
So there's the lovely Davy Jones and Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have my other guys up there too. See,
Yeah, show us. We're curious to see.
Yeah.
like here's I just got this guy. He's pretty cool. Syndrome.
Cool.
Nice.
He's got a special power so far that only he can use because I haven't earned it in the toy box yet. So it is exclusive to him right now. Is the electricity band that he has on his arm,
Very cool.
like the gauntlet thing he uses.
Right.
And you pick anything up you want and throw it halfway across the world.
Cool.
Nice.
Pretty awesome.
I actually like that character because of the costume that we got in Little Big Planet. Oh, he's
I
cool.
love him.
Yeah.
He's so cute, this little guy. And then I just got, well, you know, I'm just, because these are the ones that come with it.
Right.
Uh, and then I just, oh, look at these things are amazing. They are so, like, heavy and chunky. And like,
Yeah.
it's actually like, I don't know, a lot compared to these other ones. It feels like it's a huge weight and it's so awesome. Like you could use it for a paperweight or something.
Right.
But look how cool he looks.
So multiple functionalities.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, are they proprietary to their systems, or they work across all systems? Because
No, yeah, it works across all systems.
And so let's say you and your friend both own Infinity. If let's say someone lent you that last Pirates character, if you put him on your base and you give it back to him, do you ever have to like check in again to make sure that you actually own it, or?
It's pretty convoluted from the way I understand it, but I haven't really experienced the issues because I'm on the PlayStation. Now, apparently, like people are getting so confused on the Xboxes because when you play and you sign in as multiple people, because Xbox lets you do that. I mean, does PlayStation let you do that?
Not you. Not that I've never seen that on a PlayStation where you can. I think certain games maybe let you sign in as different profiles.
Any co-op game.
I don't know about the PlayStation, but I know on Xbox it's a feature that's pretty much prevalent.
Yeah.
It's
some
on a
issues
game-by-game basis on the PlayStation.
Right.
Right. So some issues have come up, I think, over character ownership because when you put a new character on, it says you now own this, and obviously for me, I'm signed in as my account on the PlayStation. So there's never an issue. It just always says I'm the owner. But people have said like it says you will now be using this as a guest.
Okay.
You know.
So you can only put it down once. There's like a barcode or something under it that gives you like kind of ownership of it.
Something like that, yeah. Like, and I haven't really figured out what saves down, if anything, other than that, to the character itself. Like,
okay, because
I guess they have a level, and that level travels with them. But the point of the leveling is so I don't understand it. Like, there's no point to it.
right.
If that makes sense. Like, I don't understand what
Your character's
leveling.
just gaining levels, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually do anything.
Right. Like, and then I even have the strategy guide because I got that for $9 as well. And it says that you just
More crack cocaine.
No kidding.
That's just a little snort of it. Jeez.
it's very lovely. I got it on sale.
Right.
There's the box back there.
By the way, we didn't mention this earlier, but so John's in the States. We're both in Canada, so I'm
Yes.
guessing there's probably a lot more sales for you than there are for us up here.
I mean, I can't believe, like I said, that there was buy one get one 50% off, and I cannot believe I found these play sets for $19.99.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I mean, how do you see that and not do it?
Right.
Like, sorry, I haven't paid my gas or my car this month. How do you not do it?
It's like, how do you go to Richie's party and not snort cocaine? It's like
Right.
you're not even there.
It's very sad. My priorities are all over the place.
No, but I can see why. I can see the addiction. I can see how they're creating it.
Exactly, yes.
Like if I was a Disney fan, I could see myself being really excited and spending some money on this. I remember us playing Little Big Planet, and we would buy costume packs and sticker packs and whatever when it first came out, and not even think about how much we were spending on it.
I know.
It was just exciting as soon as something new came out. I mean, and I just logged back on. I know you did too recently, John. And we saw some of the packs that we haven't seen because we haven't been on in a while.
Right.
Fucking, I'm not even a fan of Mass Effect, but they're so freaking awesome and cool and adorable all at the same time that it took all of my being to resist buying them. So
exactly.
as soon as you're really invested, you don't even think about it. You just kind of go out and you buy it.
Right. Yeah, especially when in that case that was even worse because they
It's
they
just
were only
online. It's right there.
well, oh my gosh. That
Yeah.
yes, plus the fact that it was only $1.99. Only
Yeah, right.
99 cents. Only 4.99. So it was like,
Exactly.
oh, add that to the cart. Add that to the cart. Shit, fuck, add
Sure,
that
why
shit.
not?
That's a
And
Yeah.
before
cool
you know
looking.
it, I'm sure we've spent like a good $200 on Little Big Planet,
Oh, please.
at
Easy,
least. Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
I mean, that was crazy because they had, yeah.
And I don't
But
regret it.
no, and I don't either. I'm not having really buyer's remorse about this, honestly. I thought about the numbers today and I was like, I'm okay with that. This has been phenomenal. I am in a whole nother world. Because for me, only certain games really, really let me escape, and this is definitely escapism to it. It's at its finest from a
Right.
company that just has a hold of me like no other with their stupid movies they put out. But
It
um,
got Jack Sparrow's hook in your bum.
yeah, I mean, you remember the magic from Little Big Planet.
Yeah,
What it was something completely different. It was something that you could really just make your own thing with,
just like
and
Minecraft. I feel for Steve there.
Yeah. But you know what I like about Minecraft that these games are not doing?
Hmm.
Today they released update number 12, where they put in a whole bunch of new features. It
nice.
was free. It's
Yep,
Absolutely
always
right.
free, and that's what
yep.
I love about Minecraft. You paid it once, and boom, you got the game. Every update is free. They just keep working on it. Just fan service. It's
Well,
amazing.
they
Right.
have the indie mentality, right? That's
Yeah.
what they've got going for them.
The
And
only
yeah,
thing you have to pay for is texture packs for your character,
uh-huh.
but
Yeah. Okay.
that's all it is. All the creative stuff is all free. So
I
Right.
don't.
So
I
it's kind of like the free to plays where it's not about. I'm not saying Minecraft's a free to play, but I mean, in terms of what they're selling to you is just that skin stuff. So that if you want to look cool, kind of like Little
yeah.
Big Planet costumes, you pay for the costumes, but they don't necessarily add functionality. Although in Little Big Planet 2, once you started being able to use Sackbots and being able to give them costumes so that they could act, all of a sudden all those costumes actually had functionality. So there's one more reason to start spending money.
right,
Right.
Yeah, so I see these as different kind of levels on plateaus, and we'll see where Project Sparks kind of fits in on all
right.
of this pay scheme. You've got Minecraft, which is relatively cheap and doesn't charge you for updates and added functionality. You've got Little Big Planet, which charges you, yes, but it's not a crazy amount, and usually for the tools, if there's new tools, it won't cost you a ton to get it. And off, John, do you remember if like the PlayStation Move pack was free or if it cost something?
Wasn't it 4.99?
Yeah, so it stands somewhere in between because it's not super expensive, right? And then you got Disney Infinity, which
Which is an
makes
eighty
it
dollar free to
random.
play.
Yeah, right, exactly. And what did you say? And how much?
It's an $80 free to play.
Right.
Right. Please. Oh my gosh. The tagline. Hey, can you look up the tagline? What is that
I looked
again?
for it, and I don't know that I can find it. Where would I find it? Is it like on the
I
box?
just, you know what? That's not. God, it's not. I knew it was such a random thing I saw today under the main logo, Disney Infinity. It said infinite possibilities, something something. Anyway, it just made me think like infinite. They just infinite pockets is what I thought of. Infinite pockets I do not have. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that's
I'm
what
trying
you
to
mentioned.
find it so that we can get the right quote, but it's just
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I should have saved it.
no.
And I don't know. I can't multitask on here. It'll quit.
Yeah, no. Don't do that because Google will boot you out of here.
Um, yeah. It's really really cool to go through the story levels because they do all pretty much stay true to the movies. That was the whole point of only letting the characters in those worlds. So that is really neat, and that's cool that, like I said, my nephew pointed that out. And the toy box is just a whole other craziness. That's 12 hours of talking right there.
I found the tagline, by the way.
Uh,
Infinite possibilities, endless fun. So
oh, right.
infinitely, yeah, infinite pockets and endless addiction.
Yeah, endless crack or something.
Right.
Um, yeah, so anyway, that's funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the okay, so yeah, the toy box is like a whole other thing. I don't know if you want to know anything about that, but
Do you have any questions, Steve?
No, I think I got it all covered. I'm just anxious to dive into it now. I mean, I'm dying.
Yeah.
You know,
So
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead,
uh,
John.
yeah,
I was.
I do have one question actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the toy box, can you just like build a city and not really do anything? Just kind of use different, use the Aladdin tiger, and then next to it place, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Essentially, you want to play Minecraft in Disney.
I want to play Minecraft in all my games, Eric.
Well, like here's the thing. Like that's exactly what I've been doing so far
Okay,
because I don't necessarily have, like I said, all the tools I want.
right.
I'm also, I mean, from what I'm seeing in the strategy guide, they don't even get into what I was hoping they would, which is giving me examples and truly explaining what these tools are,
Okay,
because they're packaging them as these big, massive physical buttons that you put in the world so that it's easy and simple to understand, but it turns out that you can get really complex with what it is you're trying to do.
sure.
So, but absolutely, like I was thinking doing this, going, I wonder why I never got into Minecraft, because it made me think of Minecraft.
Yeah,
Because I was only pretty much using the blocks. I didn't have very much to play with at this point. And I was just putting blocks down. I'm like jumping in the world and testing it and going, oh my god, this is epic.
yeah.
Because the scale that you build on right away, everything is scaled up really big. So
Okay,
just the simplest block, I shouldn't say that because you do start unlocking smaller pieces, but your first main block is like twice the height of your character.
right.
So when you drop down in the world, but when you're building with it, it looks like this little, just a block, and you're lining up your blocks. But so beyond the whole Minecraft part, yes, they give you actual like cliffs and pieces that all ingeniously fit together
Okay,
with each other in many different ways. So they'll give you a cliff edge and a cliff corner and a cliff overhang and a cliff with a waterfall and a cliff with a waterfall with a cave behind it. That would be the start of your cave, that if you want to build a cave,
right.
to like a manhole opening, and then you could drop down and have a tunnel system, so you can build tunnels with pieces they give you. And that I haven't gotten past all that stuff. I'm just building boring worlds with nothing going on in them.
Right. Well, it's
And
like Minecraft was the same. I started building just kind of houses, and then I started learning how to use pistons and using to use this and that, and it just became this
yeah,
complex like insane world where only I know how to get around.
exactly.
Yeah,
Nice. So I mean, you will be. It's dangerous. Yeah. Do you play on console or PC?
console.
Console. Interesting. Okay. Yeah,
Because you
you'll
can get it
love
on the
this.
PC, right, John? Like if you wanted to play
Yeah.
Minecraft, you can play it on PC.
Yes, PC.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
Although it
one
is
thing I
coming to
like about the
PS3.
console, one thing I like about the console version of Minecraft is it's easier to craft stuff. You just
Yeah.
kind of it shows you exactly what you need, whereas on PC
yeah.
you know the formulas,
Okay.
and
Right.
that's a major pain in the ass pretty quickly.
Well,
Right. Yeah. I remember playing a demo for PC on it, of Minecraft, and I had to look up a tutorial, like a tutorial. I had to look up what I was doing. How did I even, like, they're saying build a workbench and all this stuff. I'm like, what do I need for that? So you have to go
Right.
look for everything. Yeah. But that I saw there's like just one little button to put it together.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Well, you'll be happy to know. I'll help Steve sell Minecraft to you, John. You'll be happy to know that it's coming to PS3
I mean, honestly,
shortly.
I just, I cannot, I just have this world in my head open and waiting to be built with Disney stuff.
Right,
Yeah,
seriously.
right.
And I mean, what's so neat is like everything is treated pretty differently. Like, well, like I said before, when you put a bush down in a tree, and suddenly you have a power disk that gives you the texture pack from Alice in Wonderland.
Hmm.
You put that down, and it asks you, "Do you want to change the whole theme?" You say yes, and it changes like the textures of the ground, not only, but it changes the trees literally out for props from Alice in Wonderland.
Right.
That's pretty impressive. I don't know if I would find that. Well, again, because just like in the story mode, right? Every same thing in Toy Box, you can't mix and match, right, from different themes,
In
or
the toy
can you?
box, in the toy box, um, there's no limitations at all.
Oh, okay.
So you can put a tree from, you could have a Alice in Wonderland tree next to an Aladdin tree next to a Lion King tree, all one next to each other.
Yeah.
Okay. So the
It,
power discs allows you to change it all if you want to, but you don't have to.
absolutely. That just kind of
Okay.
that's what's really weird about the way that it operates. Now that you mention it, when you sorry, I realize that lighting is so bad.
No, that's fine.
When you use a okay, I'm gonna start the game up right now, and I'm gonna load up a toy box, and I'm going to literally have one theme right now
Okay.
because I haven't unlocked them with all my characters
Okay.
because I don't have all the characters. So the only thing they give you right now is a basic grass. It's
Right.
called Wonderland theme, or it's their basic theme. And the only reason I
Probably
can
Magic
change
Kingdom, right?
what's that?
Probably Magic Kingdom, because don't you start at the castle?
Yes, like fairy tale. That's what they call it, fairy tale, right? Because the castle. So in order to use any others, you have to have these things. You don't earn that kind of stuff. Is that being explained right?
Yeah. You have to go first you have to earn this stuff by playing the actual game. Then you have to buy booster packs, and then you have to
No.
get characters. No?
I haven't earned anything from playing the game. That's what I'm
Really?
saying.
So what are the collectibles for?
It's only power discs, and now I've learned by owning all the characters from that set.
Okay.
But you
Because
get
okay,
a
so like
key or
let me
whatever.
what I was trying to say, because I'm going to forget to even say it. I missed my point. Was when you put the disc on the thing to play, it is not until that point that it shows up in your library, and it's not stored in the library. It's literally a chip that you need to use it every time. You can't just give it away once you've used it once.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
it sounds stupid to think that you would otherwise, but initially you think, oh, it's just now it's registered that I've got this in my library, but no, you have to put it on to change the texture out.
Right. Well, you can't get cocaine in your or heroin in your veins without the syringe, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it's crazy. So that's just a weird part for me, like to not have the point. But the cool thing is, the good news is that when you build your toy box and save it, I've reloaded up my toy box level and kept the chip off, and it still had my textures and my
Okay.
sky.
It doesn't disappear if your thing isn't there anymore.
Right.
Okay.
So you can stack these things too. So that's how you get the textures and the sky domes to change to the same theme or to different themes.
Oh.
You can
Okay.
have a Wreck-It Ralph sky with an Alice in Wonderland texture pack
So you
with
can have a tower of chips on your pad.
with Wall-E music playing as your
Right.
music, whatever. Right.
All right. Fuck the tower of pimps. It's gonna be the tower of chips
Right.
now.
Oh, that's actually a question I wanted to ask you. I heard there's a lot of licensed music in it. Is that is it just background music? How does that work?
So the background music when you go into the toy box is basically ambient music of, I believe, what plays at the parks.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of like it's that whole theme of da na 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 na, but they don't actually play that part. It's the real class. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
that normal Disney song that when you hear, you know it's Disney.
Yeah, right.
I forget which one it's called, but and then the rest of the music is absolutely. Oh my God! Let me tell you, I was so happy because I earned, or I have a bad story. I thiefed for the game.
You sure you want to talk about this online?
I don't care. Someone else did it. I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault.
All right.
I went and looked at power discs, and one of the packages was a little torn. And I'm like, but I wanted to pick it up, so it picked up, and I picked it up, and it dropped on the ground, and I'm like, uh-oh. And I saw that it was frickin' Finding Nemo skybox.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm gonna buy it, so I just went and I picked up like 4 packs because it was buy one get one for $1, so I got 4.
Right.
And then I just kind of kicked that along to the next aisle, and then it happened to slip its way in my pocket somehow. But my point is,
How is this that you said you didn't do this exactly? It was your
Oh.
it was your foot?
Well, I didn't. It was already torn in on the floor. That's terrible. How dare anyone like
But, and
treat
you mean, so you're gonna
that
go
stuff?
back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and you're gonna pay for it, right?
Right. Exactly.
Right,
I have
right,
the
right.
receipt. I have the receipt. I keep my receipt for everything. They'll understand. I'm really good with people. I'll just explain what happened. Be like, I think it
Right.
just got stuck in my thing. But anyway, this was the one when I put it on, it turned everything in the background, including like the ground and everything, because these skyboxes are really like all-encompassing 360 degrees globe.
Okay.
So, yeah, sure, thanks.
Now I
Um,
want you to bring cheesy poops down here.
right. No, I'm cheesy poop. My poop.
No
Poop.
kidding.
Or what does she say? What does he say? He just says poop, doesn't she? And she comes down with the thing. Ew.
I don't even know.
Um.
Yeah.
Anyway, when you put this thing on, like it gave me the chills because it went right away to that calm music from Finding Nemo when
Right.
they're giving you a tour of the coral reef area on the thing's back.
Nice.
On the flat guy's back. That moment in that movie where it was so cool. Well, it suddenly starts off with that moment, and the sky is literally like under the surface of the ocean. And when you look down, because when you build, you just build floating islands, right? So you can run
Right.
to the edge and look, and there's all these background coral reefs. I saw a little shark swimming, and then you look up, and there's all these beautiful coral reefs towards the surface of the water, and then the sky is. I mean, it's awesome
All right. That
how
sounds
they're
really cool.
changing, how they change up the theme completely.
Right.
It's not very customizable, obviously, because you just choose from all these preset themes. So the look is not very customizable, but what you can build is pretty
Cool.
awesome.
All right. We're gonna start to wrap it up. We've been talking for quite a while, and honestly, I thought I was gonna be a little bit bored, and I have not been bored at all this whole time.
Good. Yeah, I'm sorry about my camera movement the whole
Oh
time.
wow, no, that was fine.
Just like rolling around my bed like Madonna or something. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Wait, don't
Okay. I just cut you out. You
remind me.
moved too
Wait,
much.
we have to talk about whatchamacallit.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I'm gonna segue into. So speaking of Disney, before we wrap here, we had Miley Cyrus was at the what was it, the VGAs or the
VMAs or something.
VMAs? Sorry. Um, and so she decided to twerk up on stage, which I was like, oh sweet, I gotta go find that video.
Yeah.
and and I was telling this to John, and I was like, okay, save your reaction for the podcast. How do you feel about this, John?
My stomach. It's literally turning right now. You see, I take medication to keep my gastro little flap from letting stuff up. I
All
have a
right,
problem with that, so I take meds to keep that flap down so I don't burp and throw up when I burp.
all right.
And my stomach's literally turning right now, and I have to like pull shit back down so I don't puke because it was the most disgusting train wreck I have seen. I feel so bad for her. I always feel bad for people. Her ass looked like a half-inflated water balloon slipping out from under a rubber thing.
Oh,
That you feel bad for her?
Yes, it was terrible.
I disagree 100%. I think it was a brilliant, brilliant move that she did because I was talking to my wife about this, and she's in the same camp as you, where she thinks it was absolutely horrible. But I told her everybody's talking about her today, and
Right.
the marketing is through the roof. And then she's like, "No, that's stupid." As we're walking out the house, she's humming a song. I'm like, "What are you humming?"
Yeah.
Like that goddamn Miley Cyrus song.
Yeah, I know.
Boom! That's it. Exactly what she did. Exactly what she needed to do.
Well, I thought absolutely, because that was this year's thing to talk about at the VMAs, and that's
No,
what she
exactly.
made it. So
She outclassed NSYNC, reuniting.
I
That's
know,
supposed to be the big
right?
thing.
Well, not according to my niece. She was like in tears. She's
Right.
together. That's from when I was young.
And I don't think you were disagreeing, John, that it was like a brilliant move. It's just that it makes you want to vomit up through your esophagus and through your mouth.
Well, I am all about her behavior if she wants to do that. Listen, I don't judge performers I don't judge performers as people based on their performance as an artist. Like I
Right.
don't care about their life, and I don't care about their husband or wife, or I don't. That's just how I am. But
You
and
just
what
sounded
she's
like that
doing,
dude, like that black dude that was going like on YouTube that made all the rounds there. Lock up your daughters, lock up your wife. I don't care about that shit. My Cyrus can do whatever she wants with her jelly butt.
right?
And see?
Nice.
Exactly.
Well, here's my question, and this is the same question I asked Eric when he asked me about it by text. Who the fuck was watching the VMAs when it was airing at the same time as Breaking Bad and Dexter?
Oh my God.
Very
Dare
different
you
crowd, man.
watch the
Very different crowd.
VMAs on Sunday at 9? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
That's hilarious.
Two of the best shows ever, airing the final season. They're only a few episodes from the end. How can you not be watching that instead? Shame on you, Internet. Shame on you.
What are you talking about, internet? Shame on everybody who's not on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really watch TV, and we just happened to be turning it on, and we actually caught it. It's the first like award show I've watched in many, many, many years, and
Right.
but yeah, all I was gonna say about the whole Miley Cyrus thing is I'm all about these artists coming up with creative ways and being crazy, but nobody needs to see two miniature, half-inflated water balloons sticking out of your rubber flat butt. That it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Go look on the internet for pictures. You will see for yourself.
You know, I saw a picture.
Listen,
and I watched the video.
there was a moment where she took a step, and it was a profile.
Uh-huh.
And you could see the half-inflated water balloon flapping up from the other leg on the other side of her. Because
I love how you refused to call it her ass.
I did what?
You refused to call it her ass. I love it.
Oh, there is no ass. I'm so sorry. No, she doesn't have an ass. It just went straight down. I'm not making fun. It's an observation. It's literally in front. She's like a rail, and then she had two unfilled. I'm so sorry because I say it like that because they flapped and were moving. It was little flaps of jiggle. You want to see? Look at my earlobe.
Oh God. Okay.
That is what her ass looked like. Like. Oh wait, I shouldn't have had an earring in. I'm sorry. I should have taken my earring out. It's so bad. Just go look for pictures. You'll see.
That's so funny. See, I saw a picture and I can see where you're coming from. I was like, "Yeesh." But I get the feeling like I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be. I don't know. I've enjoyed Miley Cyrus's more sexy side. Like I saw her twerking video on when she first did it, and I was like, damn, that's kind of hot. So I'm curious to see what kind of reaction I'm gonna have, and I will let you all know at the next podcast. If I'm in the camp or if I'm in the, oh yeah, all right.
I mean, I actually like the song. I thought the video was crazy, but she's cute, whatever. But what you just said, yeah, let us know what you think.
All right, so we got to wrap it up here. I got to say, I fucking love it when you're Nerd Rage, Steve.
Yeah.
It's always fantastic. And, okay, well, John, thanks for joining us. This has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for inviting. No problem.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have you back at some point talking about some more Create stuff. I think you'll be the perfect guest for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I would love to.
All right, so
Thanks for having me.
Steve, pleasure having you on the show as well as we always have you, of course.
It's good meeting you.
I'm not even saying.
It's good meeting you, Steve.
Yeah, nice to meet you, and I'm sure we'll see you again on this podcast. And it was fun having you. A lot of energy, a lot of. You got me way too excited for this game, though.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I actually held back a lot, so.
Oh my God,
that was.
If you had a tail, I think it'd be wagging behind you right now, Steve.
You know what though? I'm going to be. I'm going to pick up my HD recorder tomorrow.
Yeah.
Elgato, and I think I'm going to record some Disney Infinity.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
stuff.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. Yeah, maybe you can. That I'm sorry, we're short, but okay.
No, go ahead.
That was the other thing I'm upset about right now is the resources for finding information out seem to be very scattered and few and far between. I'm trying to find out. I mean, all I'm getting is videos from the official channel for how to do anything. Like
Oh,
people
there you
just
go, Steve.
Yeah, there's an idea.
nobody
Good practice.
nobody knows. Yeah, and there's only
Cool.
one fan site out right now for it, and it's pretty cool. Like they have a lot of big community, but yeah, that would be awesome. You get a recorder and start putting up videos. There's not many people doing it.
Good.
So if you have any you need ideas for what tutorials are needed, Steve, we'll give John a ring.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh, absolutely, yeah.
Sweet.
For reals.
All right. So remember that you can follow us on Twitter at @FlippingTheNerd, and you can
I just
find
bounced
this.
around.
Huh?
I feel like I should be pointing somewhere.
For
Follow us at
Flipping the Nerd somewhere. Well, it wouldn't be anywhere here because we're on YouTube at this point.
Yeah, it's over here.
Yeah, like in the description down there. Subscribe to us so you can keep up with us. We've got Mount Your Friends is our first Let's Play that we've done. It's already up.
Let's
And we'll
XP.
have, yeah, on the Let's XP, sorry. And you will be able to see a few more of those coming up. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you on the flip side. Oh,
Yeah,
look what I did there.
Oh, wow.
How has it taken us 16 episodes to come up with that one?
I love it.
All right, folks, we're out. Woo-hoo!
The
Want to give us a little flip there, John?
oh,
Yeah, that's a
Thank
thing.
you.
by the way.
I forgot that's a thing.
Yeah.
It is on this podcast. And with this, we are.